Seasonality adjustments. In this video, we will speak about feature inside Google Ads that very small amount of advertisers actually aware of and use it. Let's say you have the situation when next month you will have a really big sale with a huge price drop, with a huge amount of clicks, and during this sale, during this discounting, you want to increase your campaign budgets. But your experience says you that if you will dramatically increase your budget, let's say in 2 or 3 times, Google will start learning phase again, and at least several days and possible even week, you will have very fluctuate results in your efficiency of your ads. So what if you want to increase your budget for a week, but you don't want to send algorithm back to learning phase? You want to save the stability of your ads. In this case, you can use seasonality adjustments. You can go to the tools, adjustments, and you will find seasonality adjustments. I'm going to show you an example. Let's say you want, during this week, you want to increase your budgets by $100. It was, let's say, $200 per day. You want to increase it to $300 per day, so add additional $100. You choose adjustment type budget. You can give the name to these adjustments, let's say the biggest discount. Then you need to choose the start time and end time. Start time, the day and time when your budgets will increase by amounts that you set up, and end time when your budgets will return to its normal state. You need to choose the campaigns that will participate in this adjustment and particular adjustments, let's say in the currency of your account. In my case, let's say $100. After I will save it, Google, for the campaigns that I have chosen, starting from this date, will increase the daily budget by $100, and after the end time, Google will revert to the value immediately before the adjustments was active. So Google will return it to the initial state. You can create these adjustments for different events in your business. Also, you have another type of adjustment, the conversion rate. How it works? Let's say you plan to decrease your prices by 10%. And you know from the past experience that usually when you decrease the prices so dramatically, users start to buy your products twice more effectively. So previously only 5 users out of 100 bought some products. Now you know that 10 users out of 100 will buy these products. So you can increase the conversion rate that you expect to change, let's say by 100% twice. So previously, for example, it was 5% conversion rate. Now it will be 10% conversion rate for when this sale or when this discount window works. But to be honest, I can't imagine that small or medium business can predict the exact conversion rate changings after some actions. Of course, for companies like Amazon, like Disney, and so on, they have mathematical models based on which they can predict exact conversion rate changings. But for us, for small medium businesses, it's not so obvious that some our actions will change the conversion rate in exact percent. So to be honest, I've never used this particular type of adjustment, but if you will find the application to the conversion rate adjustment in your account, let me know how you use it in the comment sections. It will be really interesting for me. But of course, you can use the budget adjustments for any date-based events in your business in order to preventing Google Ads algorithms going again to the learning phase for your campaigns. Conversion-based customer lists is a hidden option inside Google Ads that can increase efficiency of your ads by enhancing the audience that you can exclude or include in your ads.
Igor Ivitskiy, Dr. Eds, PhD, the Young Scientist of the Year in Ukraine. Since 2006, he has been applying mathematics to optimize Google Ads. Named Europe's best PPC speaker by AdsWorld Experience, one of the leading Google Ads experts in the world. A professional educator, over 4,000 entrepreneurs have increased their sales after taking his courses. A practicing expert, Igor's clients generate $50 million in profit from Google Ads each month.
You can find this option in Admin, Account Settings, Customer Match, Turn on Conversion-Based Customer List. If you already know what is customer list, it's great. Just small note. You're able to upload into Google Ads information about your users, about their emails and phone numbers. And Google can create, based on this data, customer list. You can or exclude or include this list in your future advertising. If you will turn on this option, in your Audience Manager, Google will create a separate segment for you based on your conversion. In my case, it's sign up, conversion based, and will add the users to this audience, to this customer list. You can ask, what's the point of using this conversion-based customer list if I can create just usual remarketing list of users who did some conversions or who visited some web page, let's say thank you page. So in case of usual audience list based on your website activity, Google adds only unique devices that user used for visited your website. In case of customer-based lists, Google use the customer identifier that unique across all users' devices. So in this case, you can exclude or include not only separate devices of this user, but all devices that this user uses. In this case, you can more precisely set up your ads, set up your remarketing, or exclude existing customers from showing your ads. Have you heard about new feature inside Google Ads? Solutions. If you're familiar with Google Ads scripts, you know that you can enrich, enhance Google Ads optimization and reporting thanks to the special scripts. But if you're not a developer and if you don't have ability to rewrite or adjust programming code, in this case, usually using scripts is quite complicated for average advertiser, for average marketer. But Google took some scripts that were the most popular among users and create separate menu with Google approved scripts that you can use without any knowledge in programming, in developing. So in your Google Ads account, you can go to the Tools, Bulk Actions, Solutions, and you will find this new menu tab. If you check the plus button, you will find now it's only 6 based on Google scripts, ready-made solutions that you can use from the box without any knowledge, without any skills in programming. So I will share with you how it works. For example, if you want to have in one place in Google spreadsheets all information about your account, where you can see day by day how it behaved, how many clicks you had, impressions, and so on, you can create account summary solution. If you need to receive this data also on your email, you can indicate here your email address and frequency of data analysis, let's say daily. And you can choose even the time slot where Google will perform this analysis. After this, you need to authorize Google because it's script, but it's script approved and written by Google. So no worries at all regarding some data insecurity issues. If you are using third-party external script that was written by some guy by some programmer, you can have some issues with privacy, with your data sharing and so on. But in this case, these are scripts written by Google, so no worries at all about data leaks and so on. So you can, without any doubts, authorize activity of this script. After you will press save, you will receive with your frequency such a report where you can find day by day exact cost, average CPC, CTR, search impressions, share impressions, and clicks for chosen account. You can see also the graph, so you can compare how it visually works. So it's the source of general data that can be easily accessible from your email or from your Google spreadsheets. Another solution is Ad Performance. The same set of settings: email address, frequency, authorize, save. But in this case, I would recommend to launch this solution at least weekly, because usually during the day, the fluctuation of your ads efficiency not so significant. But if you will choose weekly, let's say every Monday at the morning, you will receive a report like this with a lot of tabs: headline, final URL, headline CTR, number of ads, and so on, where you can compare how different parts of your ads performed in the past period. Next solution is Account Anomaly Detector. So you can set thresholds for every parameter, let's say for clicks, for costs, for impressions, for conversion. Let's say if Google spend more money that it used to spend in the past, please notify me. You can indicate your email address. Of course, these thresholds have to be chosen based on your personal understanding of project, of this business, of this account, because for one advertiser, 25% fluctuation in conversions, it's nothing. For another one, it's critical. So it has to be adjusted based on the performance of the requirements of this particular business. So if you will set up this account anomaly detector with, let's say, daily checks, you will never miss the situation where account went out of control and you spent some money, or you wasted some budget because it started to show, let's say, to Google Display Network, to some garbage placements when you receive a lot of impressions but low amount of conversions. This script will notify you about anomalies. I'm taking 32 seconds to share something important with you, so you can stop wasting your ad budget. I've managed over $700 million in Google Ads, so all my insights are tested and proven. I regularly talk to senior leaders at Google, and I'm official Google partner. My students, entrepreneurs all over the world, have already optimized their ad campaigns, cut costs, and boosted sales using my methods. These strategies work for any budget, whether it's $500 or $5 million. I invite you to use these proven methods too. Click the link in the description and make your ads more effective. Next solution, Link Checker. If you're familiar with situation when you receive a disapproval of your ads because your landing page doesn't work, you can prevent this situation by enabling Link Checker. This link checker can check ad URLs, keyword URLs, and site links URLs, let's say every single day. And if this script will find some URL, some landing page that doesn't work on your website, it will notify you, and you can very fast change it to the working one. Next solution, to be honest, I even don't know if I will feel comfortable to using it. It's flexible budgets. So let's say you have $2,000 for some period of time and you want to ask Google Ads to spend this money on the particular campaign, or with equal weight, when the equal part of your budget that you dedicated for this period will set up for a particular campaign, or with weighted strategy, when the script will start from the small budget and increase it day by day, step by step. So for my case, I would never use this script because I feel much more secure when I set up budget, when I set up something that extremely related to money when I set up it by myself, but not by some scripts. And last solution, common negative list. If you create a lot of campaigns and you have some negative keywords list and some negative placements list, instead of adding this list to every single campaign, you can create the solution, indicate here the particular negative keywords list that you want to apply to campaigns, and negative placements list. After you will set up particular label, let's say label new, when you will create another campaign and add to this campaign label new, this solution will automatically add to this new campaign lists from these settings. To be honest, from my perspective, it's much easier to exclude negative lists in the campaign settings instead of creating some campaign label, so I don't use this solution. Click fraud. The biggest problem of modern advertisers. Because when you spend on Google Ads some real money, you want to understand these actual budgets that you spent. It was invested in showing your ads to your potential clients, to your potential buyers. But quite often when you check your data log or information about leads in your business, you can see that some amount of them, and sometimes it's even about a half of the leads, half of the visits to your websites, are from bots, from fake destinations, from fake leads, spam leads, whatsoever. And you realize that you actually spent half or even more of your budget to show your ads to somebody who just artificial, not even a real customer. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact service that can help you avoid click fraud at absolutely new level. Why I say new level? Because if we want to understand how click fraud has developed through the years, we can see that like initially the biggest problem was the fake impressions. When advertisers, like 10 years ago, when advertisers paid mostly on pay-per impression model, it was quite a large problem related to fake impressions to the bots. And there were two big companies, DoubleVerify and IAS, who actually managed to solve this problem, and both of these companies are public now, and they work with extremely large advertisers, with enterprise level advertisers. Then we had second step of this problem, click fraud. When your competitors clicked on your ads in order to spend your budget. And again, we had a variety of services, of tools that can help you to reduce or completely even avoid the click fraud. But last year, we observed absolutely new problem. When bots not only click on your ads, but they are also complete the form on your website. They fill the form and they create you a lead. And you can see after your sales team call to these leads or contact these leads that half of them, the numbers don't exist, the emails don't exist. But even if somebody answers to this call, they say, no, we didn't fill any form, it's a mistake. So the newest problem is about not only impressions, clicks, but about fake leads, spam leads that pollute your funnel and interfere the learning of algorithm inside Google Ads platform. I had this problem in my business as well, and finally, half a year ago, I found the solution. The solution is the tool QAIL AI. This tool can, first of all, this tool can show you, so you install this tool on your website, it analyzes all forms on your websites and gives you quite detailed report about total amount of leads, but the most important report is about ratio qualified to new leads. And you can see in my case, the orange line indicates the trend line. Over the last 5 months, quality of my leads was increasing from day to day. Every single month, I've seen a higher and higher percentage of real leads in my funnel. So for me, it's the best evidence that this system works. So what this particular tool does? It accumulates information about email, phone number, and IP and other details from person or from user who filled the form. It enhanced information about email. Does this email exist? Is it works? And so on. About phone number, which carrier, which type, which location, which information about this number can we receive, and information about IP address, browser, and so on. So information about browser details inside user, and information about the user that the script received from the browser. After this, system just compares the dots, just link the dots, and trying to find some relationships that can confirm or reject the quality of lead. So QAIL gives you exact lead score, the probability, the number out of 100, that this particular lead is real. So first of all, even before calling the person, you can understand, does this person worth calling at all? Like, is it real? And the most interesting part, after you or your sales team, let's say somebody ordered the plumber service, you call, or your sales team call to this person, and the person rejects. The person says, no, I've never ordered any plumber services. In this case, you press reject, and QAIL prevents sending this data to the Google Ads. If you press confirm, this data sends to Google Ads. It helps us to feed Google Ads only with quality leads data. But the most interesting part in context menu, where you can actually, for every single lead that you previously confirmed, you can send to Google Ads data about the value of this lead. You can set, for example, let's say this particular lead previously confirmed that he needs plumbing services. Then we did him some service and he paid us $1,300. This lead paid us $200 and this lead paid us $30,000. We did for him, let's say, whole bathroom renovation. We can return these values to the Google Ads by pressing confirm purchase, and thanks to this, in Google Ads we can see which particular campaign, ad group, ad, search term, keyword, audience, demographic, and so on, which exact ad brought us this particular lead. And we can make decisions inside our Google Ads based on actual real value, not only on the amount of leads and cost per lead. I use this tool a lot in my own project and in my clients' projects. Data exclusions inside Google Ads. Why you need to exclude some data from Google Ads? Let's imagine the situation. You're a programmer or your webmaster doing some renovation on your website, and during this renovation he plays with scripts, he plays with Google Tag Manager, and after this, when he did some mistake, some error with data, you see inside your Google Ads 1,000 of conversions from nowhere. And this 1,000 of conversions completely pollute your data, because let's say you previously had 10 conversions per day. Now you have this spike with 1,000 of conversions, and then again 10 conversions per day. So if you will check like a monthly or annual report in Google Ads, this 1,000 conversions will affect all of your data. It will artificially decrease your cost per action. It will artificially increase your conversion rate, so it will pollute your data. Or let's say you had some attack of bots, of spam, of fake leads, and usually you had like 10-20 leads per day, but yesterday you received 500 bots, 500 forms filled by unexistent customers, and Google Ads thinks that Google Ads brought you 500 conversions. And again, it will pollute your data, it will pollute the algorithm data, because algorithm will think that, whoa, really good source of conversion, I brought to this user 500 conversions, this user did nothing, so it means that I can find another conversions like this from another fake leads, from another bots, from another click fraud traffic. If you had this situation, you can go to the tools, adjustments, exclusions, and create new data exclusions. You need to give name to this exclusion, let's say bot attack. You need to indicate start date and time when you first observed it. Better like an hour before first lead or first fake conversions. And end time, an hour after last fake lead or last fake conversion was indicated in your Google Ads. Now you can choose is it affects all campaigns or some particular campaigns, let's say only like one search campaign. Usually I don't use the changing for devices, usually I exclude all data, and you press save. After this, Google will extract this particular data about conversions from start time to end time, and when next time you will check your data for the previous period, the data will be not polluted by the fake conversions, fake leads, or wrong mistaken conversions. But more important, Google also excludes this data from the algorithm, so it will no more optimize your ads by the wrong data. If this situation familiar to you and you faced the bot attacks or whatever else situation when you observed a lot of conversions, please share with me this information in the comments, and see you in the next videos. Bye.